Okay, hello everyone. My name is Tanya Santalahti. I work as a senior specialist at Baltic Sea Action Group, and I'm very happy to be here to tell you about how we promote regenerative agriculture here in Finland. Just to start off, a few words about Baltic Sea Action Group to those of you who are not familiar. We are an independent foundation established in 2008. And our goal is to restore the good ecological balance of the Baltic Sea in changing climate conditions. And we see ourselves as a catalyst and a matchmaker, and we try to bring about concrete actions so that we can show that change is actually possible. And so we work both on land and at sea because most of the problems or the environmental crises that affect the Baltic Sea are very complex and they're interlinked. So that is why regenerative agriculture has come into the picture, and it is an issue that we focus on as well. On top of that, we also work with nutrient recycling in our on-land activities. Carbon Action is a pilot that was put together by the Baltic Sea Action Group and launched with funding from Sitra in 2017. And the Finnish Meteorological Institute oversees the research collaboration, while BSAG is responsible for the program and the cooperation with companies and farmers. And the whole collaboration develops practical regenerative farming methods, simultaneously studying carbon sequestration in arable land. And we aim to gain multiple benefits for farmers, so better soil health, increased biodiversity and resilience, climate change mitigation, and reduced discharges into the Baltic Sea and other bodies of water. So as I said, Carbon Action was started out with this one pilot in 2017. And the pilot included 100 pilot farms. And that's the soil study that was conducted on these farms from 2018 to 2023. So this is the ending year of this first pilot in Carbon Action. But the Carbon Action platform has actually grown into a bigger concept that includes farmers, companies, decision makers, and in the core is the science. So for farmers, in addition to having the 100 pilot farms, it has grown into a network of other farmers as well. So we actually established a Carbon Action Club, which is open to all farmers and advisors, anyone actually interested in regenerative agriculture. And we already have about over 1,000 members in this club. We also launched an e-course on regenerative agriculture in 2021. And we already have over 2,000 registered participants in the e-course. And we also trained about 16 agricultural advisors on distinct soil health issues over the years. The Carbon Action Platform also has a platform solely for companies. So we have 14 companies that have actually made commitments to Baltic Sea Action Group. And with them, we work towards making a more sustainable food chain. And I'll tell you more about the work we've done with the companies later on. The decision makers are, of course, in an important role in this, in the whole picture as well. So we work on advocacy. We work with trying to bring forward regenerative agriculture in the media. And we work as far and wide as Finland, Northern Europe, and the whole of EU. Oh, and we also have a member of our, or one of my colleagues is a member in the expert group on the voluntary carbon market certification framework that is underway in the EU. To first dive into the science, which I said is at the core of the Carbon Action Platform. So we conduct high quality scientific research to enhance soil carbon sequestration and improve the climate impact of agriculture. And as I said, we started off with the 100 pilot farms and one project, which has now grown into over 30 projects that we conduct research on, and have over 100 researchers working with carbon action. Most of the projects focus on soil and plant processes, farming practices, verification, economics, and steering of regenerative agriculture. The pilot project that we started off with actually included taking soil samples from 100 pilot farms. So first we took surface soil samples from the 100 farms. They were first conducted in the beginning of the project, and the second samples were taken this autumn. And then we also took 1 meter deep samples from about 25 to 30 farms, again in the beginning of the pilot project, and then this autumn as well. And the analysis of these soil samples is still underway, but we are trying to, or hopefully we will receive research results on nutrients, carbon, and so on from these samples. So as I said, the Finnish Meteorological Institute is the actor that oversees the research on the carbon action platform. And they have actually built this field observatory, which includes satellite measurements, and they've built a predictive ecosystem analyzer to be able to real time show the results that are taken from fields. So we also have weather stations on the pilot farms, and they are building the first forecast on carbon sequestration. But that is still in development at the moment. From the farmer side, so the carbon action has been about experimenting. It's been about bringing research closer to the farmers, and it's been also about peer learning. And these are only a few quotes from the farmers that we've been working with about how regenerative agriculture has brought about cost savings. It has enforced farmer identities, and it's also brought about motivation to continue farming. So a lot of positive and multiple benefits have been gained over the years with these projects. We've involved farmers and advisors because we also see that advisors have an important role in bringing about the change in regenerative or promoting regenerative agriculture here in Finland because of their close work with farmers. And so doing hands-on work together has been very, very positive and very enforcing in bringing about these changes. And we've also published publications via the Carbon Action Platform and other studies related to regenerative agriculture. And you can also find them on our website. So I can put a link later on. I'm not sure if I have one in this presentation, but I can add it to it if someone wants to go and go through the material that we've produced. And as I said, one of the materials that we have produced is a 60-hour-long free e-course for regenerative agriculture. Unfortunately, it is still only in Finnish and in Swedish at the moment, but it has been a very successful and very popular course here in Finland. And we are actually launching a shorter version of this e-course, mainly for company use. And so we've been sort of told about the need for companies also to have a shorter version of a course about regenerative agriculture. So we're launching a 2-hour-long course in March next year, and that will actually be available in English as well. So the companies that are on the carbon action platforms, they are interested in bringing about a systemic change in the food chain, and their work can actually affect both the farmers' work and consumer choices. And what we offer and how we help them, well, we train their contract farmers on regenerative farming. We've actually, I have 600 farmers trained here in one of the boxes, but there is more at the moment. We also included criteria of regenerative farming into their sourcing criteria, and we've also brought about a few products made with regenerative farmed ingredients. So the Sinnebrukov Christmas beer and the Koskenkorva Climate Action Vodka are a few examples of products that have been launched during the years with our help and in collaboration with these companies. Our vision for the future is to have all Finnish fields in a damn good condition. And we recognize that there are challenges on the way, and we've already faced a few challenges on the ways. There are bottlenecks that make it sometimes hard in scaling these practices. But it's important to identify them and to find the stakeholders that together can also find solutions to these bottlenecks, and also to involve the farmers in all of the steps forward. And that is why the whole carbon action platform, having all the important actors together working and finding solutions, has been very, very fruitful in this promotion. And in the core of everything of what we do is the healthy soil. It's about raising fertility. It's about finding ways to increase weather resistance. Of course, it's about carbon sequestration, and in the end, clear waters, which we at Baltic Sea Action Group really hope to see in the future. Thank you from my side.